Well, hello everyone, and welcome to an impromptu live stream. Thank you everyone for joining. By the way, we have 106 viewers.
Hi, everybody.
We just jumped in out of the blue and disrupt 100 jobs in America and the rest of the world.
Okay. Well, I kind of wanted them to show them this hat that I was wearing.
Oh my God.
Made by Janet Pryor, Janet in England. If you made this for me, and I give these away in my shark ecology class. So if people get questions right, I give them away. They're so cool. But we did some recording. I can't wait for the one we just recorded to come out, which, as you all know, Gus and I were privileged to recently dive in the crystal caves of Abaco with Brian Kekuk. And Dive 1 episode will come out when?
Monday.
Don't miss it because it's magnificent. Anyway.
Monday, yeah.
Thank you,
And
Robert.
by the way, I will be working on a super duper extended version for members. So if you're a member, you'll be getting access to all of the content that we have from that dive. Woody recorded over an hour and a half worth of content, and I took the 1 hour and a half and I basically took that to 30 minutes.
Good job on that. It's hard to know.
For everyone to watch.
It's hard to turn the paralens off.
Wow, thank you, Robert.
It's hard to
By the way,
turn the
somebody told
camera
me
off.
that it makes more sense to put it right here on the corner. So
Yeah, it's
go
hard to
ahead,
turn the camera off in those caves. You will see that everywhere I look, everywhere, floor, ceiling, walls, is pure crystal. So I just couldn't turn it off.
Yeah.
Yes, we are in the same room. For everybody that always wonders that.
We're always in the same room.
Always in the same spot.
Yes, thank you.
And Elle's here. She's right down laying right here on my lap. Hi, baby.
Love you guys from Michigan. Thank you. What's
Shout
your
out.
favorite sea monster story? I don't have any sea monster stories.
Shout out to Starbucks. Oh,
Shit. Dude, we are not sponsored by Starbucks.
it's wannabe sponsor.
Oh, we want to be
I'm a
sponsored by
wannabe.
Starbucks. Okay. So, yeah, if they give us $1 million, you'll recoup half of what you've spent at Starbucks.
No, not half.
This year.
30%.
30%. Okay. Let's see. Who else?
Happy
shout out
birthday,
to,
yes.
Shout out to
Adele.
all of our members, by the way. Robin is here. Heather is here.
Adele.
Hefe is here.
Happy birthday. Can you get a happy birthday? Absolutely.
Lindsay. Scuba Girls of Georgia. That is Terry.
Hi, Terry.
Thank you for joining us. See, I get nervous when, people that we really deeply care for are watching us because, I can be saying some shenanigans like some of the stuff I've heard lately.
You're right.
On a future video, people will listen. But yeah, I get nervous.
This is a shirt that Gus designed for the KISS Rebreather Cave team.
Yeah.
I love this
Check
shirt.
that out.
Really nice shirt.
By the way, yeah, those jerseys are super cool. We are designing jerseys for the Dive Talk dive team. And we're actually going to have them available. I will say, though, those jerseys are expensive. I mean, there's no way around them. They're made with the same fabric that like professional soccer or football teams are made. So they're custom. They have your name on them. And very, very, very premium, made in the U.S. So if you can afford it, go ahead and get a jersey when it comes out. So hopefully we can do that.
Good question, Riley. Yes. Are there updates on the video idea contest? We've gotten a ton of ideas. All I can say, we're not picking. The members are picking, but some of these are going to be amazing. I hope there's one that I kind of love right now. I'm not going to say. I hope that gets picked up to be the winning one, but we're going to film whichever one the members decide is the winning one with the person that sent it in. And you're going to be in the video as much as you want. So stay tuned. The announcement of those will be on the 1st, April 1st. Thank you, James, so much.
For the super
So
chat.
it says, how does the computer sense depth? They have depth sensors. Is it based off a pressure? Yep. And if so, can going through restrictions in caves with high flow mess with what depth I sense due to the increase of pressure? No. and there is no change in pressure through those restrictions that I know of. It's atmospheric pressure. And what it does is it just basically subtracts so it's gauge pressure, it's not absolute pressure. And the difference is if it was absolute pressure, it would be giving you the wrong depth because it would be including the depth of what we're at the surface, which is 14.7 psi. So it's giving you gauge pressure. In other words, it's adjusting for the atmospheric pressure at sea level automatically. And I've never seen a problem with the depth gauges.
No, they don't care about flow.
So people are asking me, you can ask Gus as well. Everybody has a right. What's your opinion on Global Underwater Explorers, GUE? Amazing. Yep. And training with them as a dive instruction organization.
Yeah.
I have not one negative comment to make about them. They are incredibly detailed, mostly for, I don't want them to shoot me here, but mostly I find them to be, at least at the beginning, training you for doubles and, really precise, similar setups. So you would be wearing the same thing as your buddy because they believe if you know each other's gear configurations and you're in the same trim and the same positioning, you're better off if there's emergencies and so forth. So there's a big following for them, and that's all I can say about them. It's not something that I do, but they're highly respected.
Doug joined the chat. He's out skiing.
Hey, Doug.
And he's taking a break and watching his grandson, I guess. So Kim and Danny can ski.
Yeah, I've been talking to you.
Shout out to those guys.
Been talking to Doug just today. Doug, I can't wait for June, where you and I are co-teaching a KISS Normoxic class together.
Yeah.
And I hope we can be doing more of those classes together. It's just so much fun when we co-teach like that. And who knows, Gus? I wouldn't be surprised if you'd be teaching those classes with us in the future.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
You should be. Thank you, Robert. Your mom and dad were PADI certified in the 70s. Wow.
What was your longest dive? How were you after that? My longest dive just happened in the Bahamas. It was a little over 3 hours. Mm-hmm. I told a story about that dive on a previous live stream. I think it was our 100,000 member celebration when I told the story. It's a pretty funny story. And it was awesome. I felt great. It's cool to do a 3+ hour dive.
So you're asking Ian about how long is our open water course. It's not ours. It's in general, the agency that you teach from, most of them will dictate the following. You'll typically have a digital learning kit. Then you'll have 3 days or evenings of confined water, a little bit of academics, and then probably 3 to 4 hours a day in the pool. 3 days of that. Then you will have 2 more days in the open water with 4 more dives, typically 30-minute to 1-hour dives in the open water, and then you are certified as an open water diver, and that certification gives you eligibility to dive to 60 feet. So I hope that's in general how most agencies operate.
Let's see, what else? I think I saw a question earlier.
More on Roaring River is coming, Brandon, and we will be going there. I just ordered a full heated suit, which will be under the heated suit will be, I ordered a Santee heated suit. I had guidance from a lot of you, especially Becky Kagan. Thank you. And I'm going to be doing a 60-second short on the decision process of what heated garment you should get and why. Because I had to do a lot of research. I'm going to try to condense all the pain that I went through to figure out what I should get into a 60-second short that I'll film when I get it.
Good luck with that. Let's see. Are you speaking of a NAUI course? No, I don't think Woody was talking of a NAUI course. He was talking about IANTD, right?
SSI or IANTD.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I thought he was talking about the Normoxic.
Normoxic is with IANTD. Riley, why do I dive with dry suit? I dive with dry suit 2 reasons. In the caves, number one, I'm cold. I'm cold-natured. So I dive with them because I want to be dry. And I do like the buoyancy control. I do like being able to change the bubble in the dry suit and put it where I want to be. Like if I want it in my feet, I can move it in my feet to keep my feet high. So I like it for both of those reasons. What is bubbling? Fair question. Bubbling means, when we're talking about that in a lot of videos for you non-divers, is that is the nitrogen which compresses as you go down into tissues, into soft tissues, including your bloodstream. And then as you go up, gas is expanding, so those bubbles are coming back out of tissue, back out of solution into your body, and your breathing through your lungs slowly gets those bubbles out, but you have to come up slowly so that you can off-gas those bubbles to an extent that the human can handle that. That's a very, very, very simplified way of explaining it. And thank you.
Thank you, Gia, for the super chat. By the way, she's asking us to react to Audrey Mester's story. Mm-hmm. We have been trying to react to that story, actually. Just fun fact, and I'm just going to mention this because you did a super chat. We have a very special guest joining us on that reaction. And as soon as I can nail that timing and place, we will have an Audrey Mester reaction. So we're not ignoring it. Many people have asked for it. We will have it, but we're going to heavily enhance it by having a very, very important guest.
Great. Thank you, Effie, and hi, Robin. I see all of that. Thank you, Chris Reynolds. I love when the non-divers say, I'm here and I watch every single video. And here's why I love it. Many, many people have told us, and I've told you that's one of my favorite parts of doing Dive Talk, is that they're now getting certified because of Dive Talk. So something we love, and I've loved for 4 decades, I'm able to share and bring you into diving. Wow, what a reward.
When is your next treasure hunting dive? Can I come with you? It depends. We don't really do a whole lot of treasure hunting, although we do hunt for megalodon teeth, which are these things right here. And the question is, can you come with us? Funny that you ask. There's actually a trip coming up. I don't know if we finalized this, but I feel like we did, but we haven't announced it. We will be going back to searching for megalodon teeth, and we can bring a couple of you with us. But I don't know how we're gonna pick.
Did we
people.
pick the date yet? I can't remember.
I feel like we did. That's what I'm saying. It's like
I don't know.
Blurry.
Did we?
Is
it booked and like on the calendar?
I feel like it.
I mean, we need to ask Mike Young because he leads them.
Well, we rented a whole boat, so we should probably figure this out.
I don't know the date and I don't know when, but it's epic.
This is horrible. People thought we were professionals. We're clearly not. So once we figure this out, we will be making an announcement on that because I think we can bring a couple of you guys with us to search for meg teeth.
Yes.
So we'll see how that goes.
Oh, that's awesome. It says distortion. You're one of those people. I'm meaning, I guess you decided to get certified because of Dive Talk. And it's my favorite comment of all the comments we get is when I hear that. I love it. Hope you have a great life of diving.
Yeah.
It will change you. I'm 57. Some people ask, how old am I? How old are you?
38.
There's our ages.
Yep. Almost 39. Somebody said, what is the most or the best tool for cave diving? I think, or some question like that. I guess the Rebreather will be it, closely tied with our light.
And it's hard for me to say that the Sidewinder, being that it's a side mount rebreather. I mean, the scrubbers are also on your side, helps your trim. And then obviously in a cave, trim is very important. So I think we both love that rebreather for caves.
Do you need any non-divers to make sandwiches while you look for teeth? I think.
What kind of sandwiches?
No, stop it.
No, I'm just saying, is it PBJ?
Don't be picky. No.
Oh, fried bologna with mayonnaise and ketchup? Just thinking out loud here.
Can we just, I think hot dogs will be better.
With kosher hot dog? Okay, you got me
now
there.
we're talking.
with mayonnaise. You know I don't put mustard on them. I'm going to get
you're
shot
gross.
right now. I put mayonnaise.
Dude,
I'm going to make
stop
it.
being
I'm
gross.
going to disclose something.
No, don't. That's embarrassing.
Let me disclose one thing.
I'm trying to save you.
Everybody knows that I'm on what you would define as a mostly normal person, but now I'm going to show you that I'm slightly, the tiniest bit off normal because of this. A little. Only because of this. I put mayonnaise on everything. Did I say that? Now you know that I'm not like the middle of the road line of normal, but I'm like right there. Just a tiny sliver.
Well, a new spot just opened up on the boat because I'm not bringing people that put mayonnaise
on everything.
On hot dogs.
Not bringing people. I am part of
like
the decision process. So.
Oh, Terry says she'll bring pizza. I love this.
Oh, Terry just jumped up.
He's
just like that.
At the
That's
top
how
of the
easy we are. With Cheetos or barbecue kettle chips.
Oh my God.
You fly up on our list.
Heather just unsubscribed because you put mayonnaise on hot dogs. I told you. You're one scandal away from losing us half of our.
Can you just try it one time and be open-minded?
No, dude.
With ketchup.
All right. I put hot sauce on everything. Is that cool, Gus? I guess so. Yeah. I don't, you know.
All right, a serious question. I like this one. How long can you guys stay underwater with rebreathers? We've answered it a bunch. It is totally dependent on.
Hours.
Well, it's dependent on scrubber life. So how long will your scrubber last to remove the CO2? But it's also dependent on the dive you're doing because you have to bring enough bailout gas to handle the deco. But in general, our scrubbers will last about 5 hours.
Somebody asked, what is the closest to death that you've been on a dive? For me, I was at 30 feet. My dry suit broke. My regulator broke. I ran out of air, and I crawled my way. Oh, no. That was Donald Cerrone. Never mind. I've never been close to dying.
I would not. At all. I don't want to say some. I don't like exaggeration when it comes to diving. Neither one of us have been close to death. We've had incidences that we've had to handle, but nothing close to death. Thank you, James. Mayo on everything. I won't read the rest because.
No, stop it.
Well, that's his
Cut it
super
with the mayo,
chat,
bro.
It's his super. He's allowed to. He just when you do a super chat, you can talk about mayo.
Somebody's asking, can you all do vlogs of your dives? Yes, we've done that a couple times in the past.
Well, the Abaco is coming up. The one.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work. We need like an official camera. Medi, we need somebody to step up and like just come on trips with us and just like be the cameraman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think you're going to see a form of that when we start releasing the Crystal Cave Abacos series. So just watch that one on Monday.
Here's the problem with having Medi as the cameraman is that he's such a good diver that I want to film him. So I end up not being on the video and getting Medi. So we need a horrible diver to be our cameraman.
No, I don't want to say that.
Please apply.
What food do you bring on a dive to eat? No, we don't bring food in the dives. There are people that do. I've had on some 100-meter dives, I have had swam down to me from the boat little juices. You know those little juices that are in the plastic thing and pop the straw through.
I like this guy. Duck, I have zero experience. I can be the cameraman. Great.
You're qualified. Good job.
To the top of the list.
Funny.
All right.
Some people talk about gaming videos. I'm way too old, and diving games and all that don't interest me because the problem is I really just want to like dive. But I know people are big into games and stuff. But thank you about the hat. Shout out Janet Pryor. Seriously, her husband Steve Pryor was my course director when I was coming up through Patty, and I became an IDC staff instructor with Patty years ago. And I absolutely fell in love with them. They're amazing divers, and she made me these hats for my shark ecology classes as gifts to give away. They're all handmade.
All right. Somebody said, any thoughts on the Georgia Aquarium rebreather experience?
Great experience.
It was Poseidon, right?
You'll be on the Poseidon rebreather. After about a 15-minute lesson, you will be on the rebreather for about a 45-minute dive in the Ocean Voyager.
Pretty awesome.
6.2 million gallons, over 100 species, and it's a great experience.
Have you guys ever had any close calls? I don't think so. I mean, we've had emergencies, but our training always kicks in. We solve the problem and end the dive safely. So I'm not really. Yeah. I don't feel qualified to say close
call to me is saying close call to.
Speaking of close calls,
like dying. So
check that out. Mike Young gave me this. What do you get?
A rebreather.
Actually, you got this. This is for both of us, but I'm hoarding it.
What did I mean, you don't want to challenge me on what did I get when it comes to Mike Young. You don't want to.
You don't have to answer. But I was just gonna say for the close calls is that they asked.
What did you get? A rebreather.
They asked Ed to write a story for this, and Ed said he has never had a close call. And Stratus Cast, which is the guy who put together the book, he was like, "What do you mean? You have like tens of thousands of dives. You had to have a close call." And he's like, "No, I never really. I mean, I had a lot of sketchy situations, but I was always able to solve them." So
I like that answer.
They pull a story from him for the book because he considered that he's never had a close call.
I would say that going through his training, he does have great answers for all the emergencies that I've ever thought that you would need an answer for. So it was
like because he told me a story, and I hope he tells it on the show. So I don't want to butcher it too much. But he was going to run out of air when he was doing open circuit stuff years ago. He was going to run out of air inside a cave. And I'm like, dude, like that was a close call. And he said the only way he survived, the only reason he survived was because he relaxed. He was like, I'm going to die, so I might as well just enjoy the dive. I'm not going to kill myself getting out of here. Like that was his attitude.
Yeah, but he's right.
Yeah.
Stay calm.
He was just like, I'm just going to enjoy the dive until I run out of air and die. And because of that relaxation that he experienced, he was actually able to make it. So I'm like, dude, that was a close call. It's like, no, that was just business as usual. That's like one of the many dives.
That's Ed. Look, there's one Ed. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Can't wait to be back there at Cave Adventurers.
Yeah, I mean.
So there's a lot of questions. We get it often. I do want to read it. What is a rebreather? How does it work? As all I'm going to answer is, a rebreather allows you to keep rebreathing your own air. So when you exhale, it adds a little bit of oxygen back in from the oxygen you metabolize and scrubs out your carbon dioxide, because that's a byproduct of your breathing. We create carbon dioxide, and it comes back in as fresh air. So imagine how efficient that is when you're just rebreathing your same air over and over again. Amazing. And it doesn't blow bubbles because you're not exhaling out into the water column. That's right. A very simplified explanation.
How much have you spent on dive gear? All right.
I'm afraid to ever add that up.
But if my wife asked, $23. That's it.
And for Gus's wife, if you want to know how much he spent,
stop.
Unless he's a little nicer.
No, don't. You don't have to say anything. Let's see. Any plans to scuba dive the prehistoric underwater caves in the south of France? Dude, yes. Mehdi, what are we doing here?
Mehdi, how come
why are we here?
Mehdi, you have prehistoric caves in the south of France?
He's keeping that to himself. What a horrible friend.
Dude, that's not right.
It's not cool. So yeah, now we have plans to go there. Let's see what else. What are your thoughts on diving with sharks?
Love.
They're awesome.
My thoughts are like as much as possible.
I watched a video that gave me the impression that panicking on a rebreather can lead to death pretty quickly. Is that all accurate? I think panicking in open circuit can lead to death pretty quickly too. I don't know.
And I don't think it's more than on a rebreather.
Yeah.
Look, panic, meaning you're freaking out, is a bad thing when it relates to diving. So, yes, panic in a cave, you may have heard, could lead to death pretty quickly because you could end up killing everybody behind you either by silting it out or blocking the cave. So, yeah, panic is bad. Stay calm, think, and then act purposely.
Thank you, Robin. And just because you're so nice, I'm going to answer your question. What's the coolest thing you've ever seen while diving? To me, is the glass factory. That is by far the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was amazing. And thank you, everyone who said bless you. Let's see what else.
We do offer diving classes. People ask this all the time.
Yes.
And just if you're interested in dive classes, I think the easiest way to answer that is email us info@divetalk.com.
Yep.
That's just the easiest way, I think, from now on. If interested in talking to us about getting certified in one form or the other. info@divetalk.com.
Can you dive while wearing glasses? Not really. I mean, you can wear contacts, and they also make masks that have prescription lenses. So you can actually get a mask that have whatever formula you use in your glasses on them. But you can't really wear regular glasses, no.
Do you still want to shoot a jet ski with a law?
That's a bazooka, yeah.
Yes. Like, what do you mean, do I want to? Of course. And so if that's on Ian Moon, that question sounds in a way like, I'm Ian, and I know how to shoot a jet ski with a law, and I can help that happen. Pickle. Call me.
Are you guys using the Indians? Absolutely.
Oh, man. Mine's right now at the shop. I'm having really loud pipes added, new handlebars, and this super cool light. So it's going to be faster,
Emma
more
Webb.
horsepower.
Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Can we see Woody's dive locker? That's just your garage.
Entire garage?
Yeah. You mean your garage?
It's a lot of stuff, guys. Yes, at some point I'll do that. It's a lot of gear. I just love diving.
What is the fitness requirement for diving?
I mean, it really does depend on the type of dive you're doing, but I do believe you need to have a certain level of fitness. Yeah. I do say that.
Fitness, whole pizza in my mouth.
And you will have to get a medical clearance to dive. So if you want to take lessons, you're going to have to fill out a RSTC medical form, which is sort of a universal form, and your doctor may have to sign it, clearing you.
Are you guys going to dive the arch I guess in the blue hole in Egypt? Yes, at some point.
If the questions continue down the path as, are you guys going to dive? Let's just put a blanket yes out there.
Unless it's crocodiles, then no.
Yes. You're getting trained for that.
Nope. So wait. There's a comment here. I did the same thing with my rebreather that you have, Gus, the double one, and one of them broke, but I saw your video the week before, and the second one worked. So, Gus, thank you for saving my life. I mean, I wouldn't take credit for saving your life just for sharing that tip, but that's smart. He installed a double wing on his rebreather. One of them broke, the other one worked. So that's very smart. So that's just following standards, by the way. So I'm not gonna take any credit for that. And if that really happened, I'm glad you're okay. Loud pipe saves lives. That's right.
That is true.
Thomas
it does.
That's right.
Make you very loud. And Reinhardt are the name of my pipes. Thank you, James. I believe in one of the past Q&A you said the ADV. It is a big failure point of rebreathers. Do you have any ideas on how to rework it? Yes. One is remove it and plug it. The other is that I now, instead of the stock ADV, I have the one built into my bailout valve that is built into the Poseidon bailout valve. So the ADV is built into the actual bailout valve itself. That's what I do.
Francisco, thank you for the super chat. The question is, how do you see the possibility of that super weird shaped carbon fiber tank that allows cave divers to have a thinner profile? I mean, you can have a thinner profile than what you already have when you're diving side mount, because basically the size of your profile is your body. So I don't know if you can do it better with weird shaped carbon fiber tanks. I just don't see the value on that.
Yeah, I think the Sidewinder has one of the thinner profiles of any rebreather made.
Let's see. What is the worst dive gear apart from fishbowl and hand pumps?
Well, I've said this before on these. I don't do that. I don't go and talk about brands and which one's better and worse. I would say that you should talk to your local dive shop, and if they support that particular gear, then that's going to be the best gear for you, because what you do need to do with all dive gear is have it serviced annually. So let's not go down a path of, well, this brand is bad or this brand is good.
I have a personal experience. The worst dive gear is cheap flashlights, hands down. Like, I remember buying this cheap flashlights for like $20 on Amazon or whatever. They lasted like 2 dives. They always broke on that night dive that you went to in Jamaica or something. You were very excited. That's when your flashlight broke. They're a pain. Don't buy cheap lights. Get some good stuff.
I do like the question of how can a non-diver find a legit instructor? Local. I'm going to keep going local. Whoever's the closest dive shop to you, and reviews are great. So go into the dive shop and meet them in person and say, hey, I want to come in and set up an interview to learn about your open water certification program.
What should a non-diver expect to spend to become a cave diver? It's impossible to answer that question, not just because of the different styles and equipment that you can have when you're doing cave diving. You can have back mount doubles, side mounts, rebreathers. I mean, there's different ways to do it, but also because in order for you to go from non-diver to cave diver, that progression is going to change depending on the person. And the only way to get better is by actually going out and diving. So if you live, let's say, in North Dakota, it's going to be more expensive for you to become a cave diver than if you lived in Florida, right next to a humongous cave country where you have a bunch of caves and caverns where you can practice. And there's a ton of instructors and stuff. So it's really impossible to say how much would it cost to become a cave diver flat out. There's a lot of different variables.
Hey, George Samuels, you're asking about the Prism 2. We don't dive it. I've heard nothing but good things. Done. Really. Top notch. Thank you, Seth, for the super chat. I really appreciate these super chats, everybody. Hi, gentlemen. I love your videos. I'm just getting into diving. Awesome. And I'm taking rescue diver. What gear do you recommend for rescue? Thank you. No. You need I would say get your own full total diving system. You want to be super familiar with your gear. You will be doing a lot of gear removal and replacement. So a total diving system is a BCD, obviously mask, fins, and snorkel, regulator, dive computer, and then your standard safety gear like an SMB, knife. So get a total diving system for that class.
What do you love more, diving in the ocean or caves?
We get asked that a lot.
Yes.
You see the pause. Can I do them all the time?
No, I mean it's just impossible. Like, okay, would you rather dive in Indonesia or Peacock?
Indonesia.
Right.
It's hard to. It's that special.
Okay.
But now ask me.
How about Jamaica versus Abaco?
Abaco.
Exactly. So it's impossible. It depends.
Good. That was a good way to put it.
Can you rent equipment? Sure. Yeah. Is gear expensive? Depending on the gear and what you consider expensive, I guess. Who can bench press more? I think I got Woody on that. I think.
I don't claim to be. I don't think I'm strong at all. I weigh 138 pounds, and I don't think I'm anywhere near his strength. I'm a little out of shape right now. I'm finding new special meat down in my stomach area it seems to be growing.
Let's see. Have you gone diving in St. Lawrence River?
No.
If you have to choose Abaco or Antarctica, for sure. Because I want to dive in every continent. So.
Yeah, I mean that's all. I just want to do it.
That's a no-brainer for me.
I would do a saturation dive. It's something I'm interested in. Man, thank James and Seth. I want to comment on the super chats because man, we've got some expensive things planned. And I'm telling you all, everything we're making, man, we are dumping back into this channel. What path do you think is a better route? Going dive master or master diver? Listen, for us, the way we teach, you first have to become a master diver. We require it before becoming a dive master. I would do that so you get familiar with all the specialties. And then, Seth, thank you. Do you recommend a Sunto D5 or Shearwater? Easy, Shearwater. Don't even ask me. We're Shearwater. Just automatically when I see the word, it's not even close in my opinion. Firestone, big super chat. You guys are, thank you.
You guys are fantastic gentlemen. If it wasn't for you, I never single-handedly could have convinced my fiancée to go and get her open water along with me. Keep on rocking. And side note, F JetBlue.
Thanks, and that's Pink the super chat. That's great. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying diving.
Who motorcycle is better? I'm not sure if I understand the question, but we have the same motorcycle.
We pretty much
Indian Scout Bobber.
Yep, they're both great.
But mine it's white, so it's pretty. Not necessarily better. Let's see. Can you guys react to Navy SEAL dive training? We will, but we need a special guest for that.
Which I hope is going to be coming.
Yeah.
They'll love the special guest.
Any plan to dive in a geyser someday? I think Woody can handle that. Because geysers are like 1,000 degrees. So I think you got that. On a 3 mil.
Sounds nice, actually. No, I don't wear 3 mils, 5 mil only. Yes, it's absolutely worth getting cavern certified, even if you're not going to get cave certified. And the reason is the technique. I constantly say cavern and cave will change your diving forever for the better. I highly recommend it.
Do you guys like spaghetti? Yes. Spaghetti sauce.
Now I'm in the mood for it with garlic bread. Right this second.
I thought you were going to say mayonnaise. I was about to slap
I would
you.
want Thousand Island on the salad.
All right.
Man, I like Texas toast.
Would you guys ever like to dive in a flooded mine?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Very, very much.
All right, go ahead and read that next super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. It says, how much open water experience would you recommend having before attempting to get cave certified? Got about 150 and some advanced certs. So, yeah, I think that I've said this before. Most of the agencies will prescribe their requirement. Most are going to say about 100 hours and 100 dives.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a general rule. It sounds like you have that. So now I think that you would want to go talk to a cave instructor. I think Doug Ebersol is on here. He's a he's a CCR cave instructor. So you got to check that. Not all cave instructors are able to teach CCR cave. Not all are able to teach open circuit cave. Depends what you want to do. And I'd recommend the CCR route.
Yeah.
That's closed circuit rebreather for cave. I'm in Texas, Woody. Come on over. Summer, Holt. I'd love to. Summer. I would love to.
Go to Texas?
We're talking. I just heard a delay. Hey, we are talking about some cave exploration with very experienced cave explorers, not on our own. So as long as they're leading us, guiding us, teaching us, then we would be open to do some of that.
Go ahead.
I'm seeing some weird messages, but I don't know what they're about. Soviet, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about those. Cody,
what is your dive break snack?
Well, if we're it depends where we are. We bring sandwiches sometimes. I love PBJ. Cody, thank you for the super chat. Love the channel and keep up the great work. I mean, we are loving Dive Talk more and more. And I'll just say that we're approaching 110,000 subscribers, everybody. 110,000. And I just feel honored, privileged, thankful.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's that, Robin said? It's a bot, Woody.
Yeah. The
it's
user,
about Woody?
No.
Bot.
Just don't.
What in the world does that mean, Robin?
Just don't worry about it.
Bot. It's about?
No, don't worry about it. Just forget it. I already took care of it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I took care of it.
No way.
Let's see.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, if you like that blog, you should
kind of sounded smart.
You should become a member for sure. Here we go. Can you talk about running a dive shop or school in a video? Well, we don't run a dive shop, so it would be hard to talk about that. But it's interesting. Maybe we can get a dive shop owner to come and help us out with that.
Yeah, I've actually wanted to do that. I've talked to Gus about it before. I think it's a pretty good. We don't want to make that too long, just because I don't know. I'm not
Most
sure.
people are not gonna run a dive shop. So.
But I think it's kind of interesting because the big theme I hear from dive shop owners is you're really running multiple businesses at one time. So interesting.
Yeah.
Some of your ideas, by the way, for videos for the contest are, oh my goodness.
Hello
amazing.
From Copenhagen.
Amazing.
Hello.
Thank you, Jordan Popowski. These super chats are very helpful, everybody. And would you guys recommend long hose and necklace setup for every level diver, and how does it affect taking classes in that fashion? No, not for every level. I think if you're diving a recreational open circuit, where you are diving what are called no decompression dives, which means you can go to the surface at any time, I don't think you need a necklace.
Yep.
So, no, not at every level. But there is a purpose for them when you get into technical diving, for sure. Gus got another one, Gus. What is Robin talking about?
Oh, my God. Just don't worry about it. Just keep going.
I don't know what it's about, though.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm reading. They're going fast. That's why I'm pausing everybody. Give me a second here.
Collaboration with Jonathan Burt anytime soon. We will love to. But, I mean, this guy is traveling all over the world. It's just really, really tough to find a way to get him on, on a collaboration. But, yeah, it will definitely happen.
Lewis, you said, do rebreather dives always have to carry a separate open circuit tank as emergency? Yes. I don't know of any rebreather dives where you don't have to carry what is called a bailout, an open circuit bailout option. Absolutely. The answer is yes. Oh, cool. GS just became a member.
Awesome.
Welcome. You're now a Toe Dipper member.
Oh, boy.
And we appreciate it. Bot attacks laughing.